weekly webinar today is really focused on the basics, How do you make your talk very simple? Now, in the full asynchronous online master level speaker training that we offer, and side note for any of the Patreons that we have, there's a discount for that. So check out the Patreon page for that information. But in that training, we dive deeper. We actually use an example of a famous NFL football coach who's one of my favorites, and how he took us on a tangent during a talk and made his model very unsimple and complicated because he just kept adding things. This is the key to this weekly webinar. As you're designing or building workshops or trainings, try to cut all of your messaging down to like one simple thing that we can learn. At the most, maybe three things, right? Like, here are my top three takeaways, or here are the three things you can do. Find that three-letter acronym that speaks to your brand, that also is a word that relates to your true authentic self or your brand, and plug it in there. This is a key to helping your audiences. Remember, almost all of our weekly webinars are about the audience engagement. How are we perceiving you? How are we learning? How are we picking up information? Are you engaging? Are you keeping us engaged? And it's a hard thing to think how to do. So if you make it really simple, it's great. I actually feel like I'm going off on a tangent now. So let me bring it back to some of the research about this. We as audience members, as human beings, there's some psychology research in this that supports this. We can only manage or handle up to three things at most at one time. And there's actually a great case study for this. If you've ever been to a Chipotle restaurant and you walked in, the founder of Steve L's spent lots of time before he opened his very first burrito hut in Denver, Colorado, and on human behavior and psychology, and how people would come into his store and make decisions about what to buy or what not to buy. And what he found was humans are really only capable, no, not all of us, but on average, of making three decisions. It's why when you go into Chipotle at the very beginning, you only had chicken, adobo steak, or vegetable burrito. That was it. And you only had burrito, bowl, or quesadilla. That was it. And so that is the point here. As you're developing and designing your talks, your trainings, or workshops, really try hard to bring it all back down to one single learning outcome. As a college professor, we get trained on this at the beginning of a class.